Welcome to the present. Yes, Friday evening, Mr. Fosa. How you doing this beautiful Friday evening? You all right?
Ron, I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well, as you can see this evening. Just chill. That's all. Nothing more
That's gr-
than that.
that's great. That's great. That's great. So, guys, do us that kind of favor. I don't know why you guys are so stingy with the likes. You're not paying for the likes. I don't know what is wrong with some of these my subscribers and watchers. Whether you're a hater, or you're a protagonist or antagonist, just take a like. You might not like what I say sometimes. I understand. See, I'm annoying to myself. Mr. Ifsan knows I'm annoying sometimes, but come on, somebody can like the video. You might not like what I say, but most of the time it's the truth. The truth is not always coming out pleasant sometimes. But sometimes you enjoy what I say. So just take a like on the video. Very, very important. Subscribe too, so I can get more content. You can watch us live, or when we post our pre-recorded content, you can enjoy it. And make sure you turn on your notification bell. That's what they're asking for. Not your money. Like the video, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Is that too much to ask, Mr. Fosa?
It's not. It's not. I think it's the bare minimum.
Exactly. If it was the Moranica and Co. Now, you guys will give a lot to them. Eh?
Yeah, you understand.
Exactly. So let's talk about the fact that we know ASR move to Fulham is kind of imminent. We can borrow that word and say it's kind of imminent. Of course, we saw the last game because I said there's something happening in the background, meaning there's a move bureau in the background. He didn't play the last game in our last friendly match.
Yeah.
So people will be hearing this clarion call. Once we sell him, we should reinvest his money to bring in Eze or Ruiz or other players. Now I'm thinking to myself, do we necessarily have to replace ASR from the outside, or do you have people inside the club that can replace ASR? Before I leave my opinion, what do you think?
Well, I've always looked at Fabio Vieira as a very, very good. I looked at him as being ahead of Smith-Rowe in that hand side of midfield. And we
Okay,
could all see last season he showed some very, very, very good traits. Now, Fabio Vieira has also been having these little niggles, little injuries here and there,
yeah,
but you could see quality, especially the game against Fulham. When he came on in that game, he tore it up. Then the game against Everton did well. Unfortunately, the game against Tottenham, we know Rice was injured
yeah.
and some of the players were missing. So he struggled in that game. And that was, I think, due to the physicality in midfield. But if these guys, Vieira and Nwaneri, are available, I don't see any reason why we should. People are telling us we go and sign a particular player, we should go and spend money on, but I don't see the reason doing it because why would I do that when these guys are available? I think we are so used to buy, and we forget that we have players available in the club. Now, people can bring up arguments, oh, Fabio Vieira, what these injuries, he's not even available. Yes, but we could still see that he has a higher chance of being available than Smith-Rowe. He's more in the fray than Smith-Rowe. So we've seen Nwaneri. We know he's a good youngster coming through the ranks. Now, he's not going to play every game, but
Sure.
you're beginning to see that this guy can be an amazing replacement for Smith-Rowe. He's just 17. I think he will turn 18 soon, but you're seeing the fact that this guy is spectacular. So I don't see why I'm going to spend 35 million pounds on another body that is unwarranted. You know my view when people are saying Eze and
Yeah.
Olmo. I'm not buying those guys for anything because why should I spend money on players that are not better than Smith Rowe? They have the same injury record. So what's the use? So I think sometimes when you're not playing for Arsenal, everybody makes it feel as if this is the next best thing. When they start playing for Arsenal, people forget about them if they get injured.
Now, when it comes to Nwaneri, he does have injury problems, in my opinion. You see, the
Yeah.
maturity this boy shows playing with the first team is incredible for a 17-year-old.
Yeah,
He
of
reminds
course.
me or when it says Fabregas broke the first team, he feels at home. He's not phased.
Exactly.
It's actually the physicality he shows as a 17-year-old supersedes Smith-Rowe's physicality and Fabio Vieira's physicality, in my personal opinion. Some
Yeah.
of you might debate that, but
Yeah.
go and watch a few games. And we see Vicalita has been betting him gradually. We saw him in the West Ham game last season. He has been training
Yeah.
consistently with the first team. So,
With the
like you
first
said,
team. Yeah.
every time go and buy is not sustainable. It's not the best thing, especially when you have similar profile in the club.
Of course. Because we are seeing, oh, go and buy this, go and buy that. There was
Yeah,
a guy that said we are linked into, I don't know, they call him Izzy Eki Fernandez. He's 21, plays for Boca Juniors. If that kind of deal is a real deal, I like
yeah,
the stipulation. You're seeing something around 10 million pounds because Saudi are interested in the guy, and even Saudi's bid that they are saying Saudi are going for is 13 million euros. With the quality you see with that kind of player, 21, sign it. We are hearing Arsenal are interested. You sign him for 10 million pounds. For me, that is a very good signing because he's not being rushed into the first team. He knows
yeah,
they will bet him in. He's interested in coming to Europe. Arteta is a Spanish-speaking manager. We know how Arteta can be very convincing, and he would
and
love it
compelling.
that, yeah, that I'm coming. The manager will always watch out for me. You have other Spanish players around the squad, so you're not going
Sure.
to feel. You're not going to feel phased. So that kind of signing is a very good signing. In terms of the brackets, that is a player that can easily play, let's say, the Carling Cup or all those games where we are leading and we need it to, for him to bed in gradually. Those
Yeah,
are the kind of signings. I don't want to see people, every time let's get this money and go and buy one big player. Every
exactly.
time is always a big. At one point, we begin to waste money. We start
The, hip-
becoming,
the hypocrisy for me is that they will tell us Ateta don't like young players.
yeah,
Now, when Ateta wants to bring a like of Nwaneri into the team because Smith-Rowe is on the verge of leaving for Fulham, let's go and replace
yeah,
him with another. No, it doesn't work. Especially when the replacement is not even better than what we have at home.
of
For
course.
me,
I
Nwaneri
keep
and
saying it.
Vieira are good replacement for Smith-Rowe. How many minutes did Smith-Rowe
Very
get
good,
last season? So now we have a
very
outstanding
few.
youngster. Let's bet him in. Let him play games. We don't have to replace Smith-Rowe. I'm sorry. Some of you might disagree with me or disagree with us. Let us know in the comment section. I don't think we have to replace Smith-Rowe from the outside when we have similar profiles and skill set within the club.
Definitely. That has been my own view. And people also have to look at it. If the signing of Mikel Merino goes through,
Yeah,
that for me is that Smith-Rowe is not playing ahead of him unless Smith-Rowe starts playing games, of which we want to win the league. It's
sure.
unfair to the manager to say, oh, play Smith-Rowe. Yes, you want to see Smith-Rowe, but how many of our games are comfort games? We've seen how
Exactly.
far Manchester City went to
Yeah.
win the league. So there's a subconscious thing there to know that any point dropped against
Drop
any team is a
is massive.
huge setback.
It's massive. Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, because it's a game of margins. I don't know if you understand. So if it's a game of margins, then why don't I look at it and think, okay, let me bring in someone like Mikel Merino. And at the end of the day, if Smith-Rowe is going, maybe, like I said, that Eki Fernandez, because Eki Fernandez plays more of a CDM and can play maybe the CDM stroke 8. So it's a balanced signing, but not the extravagant signing that these guys are saying we should go and
Yeah.
get. Because at the end of the day, if you want us to get these extravagant signings all the time, then there's no difference between us and our brothers on at the red side of Manchester.
Exactly. And
That's how I see it.
my own case is that the players you want to bring are not better than what we have inside. If they are better, I might
Exactly.
understand the argument. They are not better. For me, Smith-Rowe, unfortunately, I wish he could make it at Arsenal. but injuries have deterred him. His body cannot take it. We love him because I am hearing people saying, "Oh, we have sold Vieira instead of Smith-Rowe," and I think that argument is very, 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 very sentimental. Number one, I understand the fact that Vieira has some kind of injuries and setbacks in the last 2 years, but you will make more profit selling Smith-Rowe. Number one, that's just the
Of
fact.
course.
Secondly, this is kind of subjective, but that's my opinion. Vieira for me is a better player than Smith-Rowe. We've seen the quality in Spurs that Vieira possesses in terms of passing, how he reads the game. Smith-Rowe is a fantastic player, but I just think Vieira edges it. So, and I'm looking at the fact that Arteta actually, you might not like this, prefers a Vieira over Smith-Rowe, unfortunately. Even though some of you argue Smith-Rowe saved his job 2 or 3 years ago when we're in the dumpster fire. But things have changed, things have evolved, we have to move forward. Smith-Rowe, unfortunately, injuries have set him back a lot. That's not Arteta's fault. And we are
Yeah, of
competing for the
course.
league. There is no room for overly sentimental arguments. We have to be objective and we have to do what is good for the club. So moving forward, Arteta emphasize is in support of my argument. I don't think we have to replace Smith-Rowe from the outside. No, I don't think so. Nwaneri is
Yeah.
good enough,
Yes.
and Vieira is good enough to do
Yeah.
that. So I don't think so.
Yeah.
But if you disagree with us, let us know why is keen for you guys to actually replace Smith-Rowe from the outside, which I don't think so. So let us know. So what would be your last word regarding this topic before we move to the next topic?
No, honestly, I just wish Smith Rowe the best. Would we have wished it was, and what do they call it, better? Obviously, you know my view
Sure.
originally. If you
Yeah.
can stay fit, but we can't peer into the future to know if he will be fit. If
Exactly.
not, if we knew that he could stay fit, I'm sure
Yeah.
Ateta will be like, "Why am I? I'm not selling him.
Exactly.
Let's keep him." You understand? Because I know what he brings to the team. We've seen his ability. Even when he came on at that last game against Everton, you still saw
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but then again, we could still see it's business. You cannot tell Arteta you want him to win the league, and at the
Yeah.
end of the day, say keep some players. You can't have one or the other. You have to have only one. So
For me,
that's
the
my view.
fact that Fulham are going to spend 35 million pounds on him shows that he is not a bomb. Nobody's saying he's a bomb. He's still a quality player.
Exactly.
Just that at this level where we are chasing the title,
Yeah.
he's surplus to requirement. Unfortunately, we have to
Yeah.
just do what is best
For him
for.
to be that player, he
Yeah,
has to leave first and
yeah.
become that player.
So, guys, don't forget to like the video. Very important. Subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. Very, very important. We'll take this quick break, and I'll be back shortly.